Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, September the 3rd. Today we finished up section 2.2 in pre-calculus, and I will show you a couple of types of problems that you're going to look at for your homework so you make sure that you know how to do them. So what we have, the first type problem we have, it gives you three roots. It says find the polynomial with roots. It gives you three roots. In this case, we have 4, minus 8, and minus 2. Now, what happens here is, remember that you have, when you have a root, so we will do f of x equals, so to start with here, anytime you start with one of these functions like this, you got a possible multiplier in the front. We won't put it in here, but we'll put okay. So if you have a root of x equals 4, then the factor is x minus 4. Okay, if you have a root of x equals minus 8, then the factor is x plus 8. And finally, if you have a root of x equals minus 2, then the factor is x plus 2. So that is your basic third-degree polynomial. Now, when you're doing these type of problems, there's no real reason to multiply out to expand this, but to leave it like this, unless you've got some type of a multiple choice test and you have to match an answer. So to begin with, that's a good answer for that type of problem, okay? Now you can multiply it in the front by any number. You can put a minus or plus, and you get different equations, but that's the basic. If you have a root, then if the root's positive 4, then the factor is x minus 4. And if the root is minus, then the factor is plus, okay? Now, so that's the first type of problem that we did. And I'm going to erase it, but if you want to kind of look at it some more, you can pause your video at this time and look at it. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And now then, the second type of question or problem, I'm going to show you a graph here, because you'll come from a graph. So there's my y-axis, here's my x-axis. And we'll go back to here. So we're going to have an intersection point here at minus 4. So this is minus 4. We're going to have a second intersection point over here at minus 1, minus 1. And then we'll have a third intersection point over here at 3. Now this is the same thing. The previous problem, you were given the numbers. Here you're given to them on a graph. So now you have a graph that looks like this. It comes down like this. It goes through here. It comes back up. It comes back through here at minus 1. It goes up. Now here's the key point. It comes down to 3, and it does not go through the axis, but it goes back up. Now, anytime you see something like that, that tells you you have a function which has a double root at 3. So now in this particular problem, we're going to have a point down here somewhere, which is minus 3 and 9, or minus 3 and minus 9. Okay, now, so what we have to do is we have to find the equation, the polynomial equation for this point. So what we will do here, we'll go back to our text. Okay, so now we're going to start with f of x equals. Now, this is the place where we put that little multiplier, because you don't know if you need a multiplier or not. But if you work your way across now, here you have a root at -4, which means we have a factor, remember, of x plus 4. Then we have a root at -1, so that means we have a factor of x plus 1. Now here's the thing that you got to make sure and understand. This at 3 here, because the curve comes down and touches and goes back up, but does not go through, we have at least a double root. So it would be x minus 3, and we're going to put the square on it. Remember, I can do the square here. So I'm just going to come right down here and put the square right there, right? Okay, now what we will do here, to find the exact equation, we have this point, which is -3 and -9. So -9 is the y coordinate, and -3 is the x. So I will come over here now, where I have f of x, I will put -9. And then everywhere I have an x, I will put -3. So -3 plus 4. And then I have -3 plus 1. And then I have -3 minus 3, and that is squared. So I will put my square on it. So I'll put my square up there. Okay, now if I work this out, once again, I've got my -9 equals k, and I've got 1, 4 minus 3 is 1, and then -3 plus 1 is -2, and then -3 minus 3 is -6, and -6 squared, so I got a -6 squared. And remember, anytime I square something, I get a positive, so don't come back here and tell me I got -36 out of that, okay? So I come down here, so I have -9 equals, so 1 times a -2 is a -2, so I have -2k times -6 squared, which is 36. So that gives me equals -72k on the right. Now, so to get my answer for k, remember I divide both sides of the equation by -72. So I would get 1 divided by 7, because, 9 times 8, 1 divided by 8, because 9 times 8 is 72. So 1/8 equals k. So if I go back to my original equation now then, so my function would be f of x equals 1/8, so that's my k value, times x plus 4 times x plus 1 times x minus 3, and then I would have it squared. So that's the type of problem you have for your homework, which is problem number 83. This is 83, I believe. Your homework problem is problem number 84. So once again, if you have any questions, I'm going to stop sharing here now. But if you have any questions, send me an email. Let me know what you don't understand, and I will get back to you and help you out. Remember, Monday is a holiday, so we won't be at school, so I won't be sending you any videos. I'll probably get you one tomorrow for tomorrow's lesson, but nothing for Monday. So have a good weekend, and let me know if you have any questions.